Well, this video, I'm going to review this boat and also show you some of the modifications I've done to the boat. This Mako Pro Skate 15, purchased it a few months ago. We have gone out into the bay a few times, and I just want to share with you what I think about the boat and show you the modifications I've done. Well, we start with the trailer. I added the hinge, so that allows the boat to be stored fully in the garage. I have a standard garage, so that's great. So far, that hinge has worked great. The front, as you know, the compartment here, this is just where I store my dock lines. And then I added the trolling motor plug, so we can run the trolling motor. This compartment, this is where we carry our life jackets. I carry life jackets in the trash rack because both of these compartments, the dock line and this front compartment, which there's plenty of room for storage, they get wet. No matter what you do, you take a spray over the bow, or when you go to the car wash to hose it off, they get wet. So that's, this seal doesn't quite keep the water out. So that's, I guess, a complaint, but it is a boat, it is a wet boat, so just so you know. I moved the spare tire to the side. One complaint I have about the spare tire, once you take the lug nuts off, the tire completely comes off. There's nothing holding the tire up that will hold it in place as you secure it, so that's something I gotta modify. The live well, we have not used the live well. We don't probably plan to. We use it as dry storage. We keep our first aid kit and other miscellaneous items in there. This is removable. It works great in here. This is where my wife keeps her phone and drink. It's great. Trolling motor battery with the battery switch works great. The steering and the shift selector really clunky. It's like kind of low quality. So I will be, God willing, investing in a hydraulic steering in the future. You have your standard buttons and only one gauge. Cooler, it works great, really great. No complaints about the cooler at all. It could be secure better, and the lack of a backrest, I have to do something because this is really painful not having a backrest. Underneath, again, you have to keep things kind of like in bags if you want to keep things dry because everything gets wet. But there is more storage in here. That's how I secure the fire extinguisher with a little bit of Velcro. I haven't drilled any holes on the boat yet, so I don't really want to. Back here, this is a porta-john that we carry just in case we need to go when we're out there in the bay. That way you can enjoy the bay a little bit more. Back here, I purchased this in this rod holder in Amazon. Secured it with a little bit of rubber here. It works great. I also added a fish finder, but like I said, I don't want to drill holes on the hull, on the boat anywhere yet. So I just use some PVC pipe, and this works awesome. I did get the stainless steel propeller, and we do have the 60 horsepower Mercury. I just keep a towel over it. Back here, I'm still working on this trolling motor. Since I already have the trolling motor, this Minn 55 Riptide saltwater, it's you make choices as to when you want to buy toys for your boat. So I'm still working on mounting it back here. I might have something professionally down, made out of stainless steel, aluminum, and then I'll be securing it to the boat. But so far, it worked. I tested out. I got a video that I posted already. Another complaint, the tank, of course, once the gasoline expands, it's difficult to get it in and out of the location where it's supposed to be stored. So right now I'm just using this area to carry my tackle, and underneath there I have my bait bucket and another bucket with a casting net, and then the anchor goes in there. So there's a lot of good storage back here behind the rear deck. Fish finder. I mounted the fish finder And the way I mounted it is basically just wedged in there in a piece of PVC pipe, 3-inch PVC pipe that fits perfectly well inside the cup holder. Actually, this cup holder I bought at Walmart. The cup holder that came with the board is a little bit too small for this 3-inch pipe. So this one paid like $2 at Walmart, and it fits perfectly well in this hole. And this is a shower drain, and then this is the mount for the fish finder. It works great, no problems. Been out there in the bay a couple of times and no issues at all. And then I secure this caddy here with the screws that already come with the console, so I didn't need to drill any holes into the boat. It works really well. Another modification that I did was adding these guidons. I got this at a Bass Pro Shop, and they are really helpful when we're loading and offloading the boat. And the current modification that I'm working on today, we went to Bass Pro Shop, and as you know, when you purchase a boat, you get the 10% discount on purchases that you make for like a year or something like that. If you're in the military, you get like I think 2 years, which is pretty good. I purchased this LED lights because I know these trailer lights, being in this high salinity water in this bay here in South Texas, they're gonna go out. So I don't want to have to be running the trailer at night or during the day without lights. So my wife and I went today and picked up this LED lights, and we're going to be mounting them here. Of course, it's going to take me a little while. I work slowly on this boat, so that's a project. Now, again, I do recommend this boat if you want a boat that won't break the bank. The price point on this boat you can get around 22 or less if you choose a 40 horsepower and the standard aluminum propeller, no spare tires. So you can purchase this boat new and be very comfortable. It's a great boat. Like I said, we've gone out into the water with a 60 horsepower, and my wife and I, we've gone up to 30 plus, 31, 32 miles an hour. So it can go fast. We got in about 1.5 feet of water. No complaints at all being out there in the bay. It takes a lot of chop. We got out there when the bay is pretty rough, and no issues at all. There's no complaints, all those minor little pesky things like the gas tank and the clunkiness. But then again, you paying a very modest price for a good boat that's going to take you out in the water. Definitely this boat is probably a 2-person boat. You can probably carry 3 people, 3 adults, but it does get crowded. So it's definitely like a 2-person boat. If you modify the tongue, if you have a standard garage, then you can park it in the garage. Other than that, if you're in the market for a boat, there are boats out there, the Carolina Skiff, the Boston Whaler, they're a little bit more than this. They're about 26, 27. Probably better quality. I would not say the Mako is less quality, but if you want quality, then you have to move up in brand name. For the price point on this boat, you're not going to get shallow sport quality. It is mass produced. It has a lot of rough finishes. There's a lot of clunkiness. There's a lot of cheap plastic that I'm pretty sure that's going to start cracking and getting damaged. Yesterday I spent some time taking the rust off the hinges and the hardware. It's supposed to be stainless steel, but it's not. As you can see, there's some rust buildup. I did clean up a lot of it with some special compounds. I disassembled this whole section and cleaned it all up. It looks good again, looks clean. But it's a lot of maintenance that you have to do on this boat, even though as soon as we get back from the bay, we run it through the car wash, try to rinse everything off of the trailer. But still, again, for what you're paying for this boat, you take care of it. It will last you many years. Mercury engine, 4-stroke, great on gas. We can probably go around 30 miles and about 4 gallons of water. 4 gallons of gasoline. I do recommend this boat if you're in the market for a modest cost. Great boat, and you can go out there and enjoy the water.